has anybody heard of Angry Birds? Yes, I hope so. Okay, so Angry Birds has been deemed as one of the most successful mobile apps in the world of our time. Okay, so the point of inception was 2010, 2011, and very quickly rose to 263 million users, active users, valued at $3 billion. $3 billion for a mobile app. But what we don't hear about is that it took Angry Birds 51 unsuccessful attempts before they made it. Right? We don't hear about that. 51 unsuccessful attempts before they got it right. The second one is around the infamous Mr. Bill Gates. When you talk to Bill, he talks about this product called, before Microsoft was a big success, something called Terrafodata, which is this geo-mapping application that they tried to create, but it was a massive flop. But when you speak to him, he said that they needed to go through that in order to create Microsoft's first product. So, you know, we talk about failing, we talk about experimentation, there really is a power. So when you're talking about building a culture, an environment of entrepreneurship, absolutely critical to allow your people to ideate, to think about how to do things differently. And we need to, as leaders, sort of embrace that. So it's really around building this environment of being flexible and forgiving, but again, within an environment that's, you know, I'm talking about a controlled environment, allowing for innovation, allowing for that trial, allow people for experimentation, but not penalizing people for failing. What's most important there is incorporating a fail fast, recover fast model. So try. If it doesn't work, extract the learning and then move on. And that is where learning and opportunity happens. When I started doing my PhD, I was failing miserably for the first year, like D, F, and I was mortified. Half of my class doesn't exist anymore because they couldn't take the feedback. But it was so uncomfortable for me. I wasn't used to, I wasn't writing the way I needed to write. I was new to a process. Devastated, your ego's bruised, all that stuff. But it's really around having this honest conversation with yourself on how to change. And it's really pushing through. It's pushing through at your most difficult time in life. That is when you break through. We need to start to embrace that uncomfort, because when you're uncomfortable, that's really when you're recognizing that there is an element of growth and there is an element of learning and there is something that you need to embrace in order to move forward.